This is not a prescription, but examples of DIY recipes online. Consult your medical professional for any supplement chart changes or additions before you try anything. None of these presenters, employees, library board, elected officials, or town itself are liable. This is a at-risk informational series only. Drugs.com, drugs.com. This is the website you can go to. I've used it. I do not know the accuracy of it. I've plugged in things that I kind of already know are interactive, and it still comes up with the correct answer, or what I would think would be the correct answer. So drugs.com. You put in two different things. You can put in herbs, you can put in prescriptions, you can put in whatever, and it should toss back at you the interactions or the possible interactions. So if you can't get to the pharmacist right away, you can put it into this website, and then you can double check with your pharmacist when you get a chance to see if it was accurate. But it kind of gives you an idea ahead of time. If someone says, hey, take this, and you already know you're taking something else, you can put those two things in, and hopefully it'll tell you. I put things in before and it'll say no known side effects have been discovered as of yet, or it'll say it'll run down 15 different, stay away from this, stay away from this, stay away from this. So it seems to be pretty accurate. Part of the reason that I am mentioning this website is because you asked about legitimacy. Legitimacy of herbs, supplements, anything like that. The best way to do it is your own research, as well as trusted sources. So if you're using it and you know you've had good luck with it, you should be able to trust it as a neighbor and say, like, all right, well, she hasn't had any bad experiences with that. Local shops. Local shops are always going to be a better bet because you're not having to trust what's on Amazon, what's online. Anybody can write what they want to write, and they can say it to your face as well, but you can at least march right back in their door and say, you were wrong about this. There's Natura, N-A-T-U-R-A in Nashua. If you're not sure where that's located, if you go past Walmart heading towards Nashua, it's going to be on your left-hand side in an olive green building. And if you've gotten to the Dollar Tree parking lot, you've gone too far.
So 101A?
Yes. Or I think what's the other? Is it Amherst
Amherst
Street?
Street.
Amherst.
Amherst.
Thank you. Atlantic Spice Company in Cape Cod. When I was given that information, the person that gave it to me said she's ordered from it before and feels as though that they're pretty reputable. They will ship. You do not have to go to Cape Cod. So that is convenient there. And then, of course, if you're doing something on Amazon, do your own research. Try to find out if the distributor is a reputable source. Holistic medicine, aka herbs, spices, and foods. Anyone can say something is healthy, but quality and usage are just as important. Do your research and figure out whether or not you can trust that person or organization. Some key terms: organic, cold pressed, local, integrative, functional medicine, evidence-based, and board certified. Those are some key terms that you can look for when you're doing your research. These indicate practitioners that will combine natural therapies with science. If any of these practitioners says, well, your doctor doesn't know what they're talking about, run in the other direction. Because you don't know what education they've really got. And hopefully, if you're doing holistic, you also are working in conjunction with regular medicine as well if you need it. Approach centers that are reliable with credentials and transparent policies. And here I will give you the terms, definitions. Integrative medicine or integrative care signifies a collaborative approach where practitioners combine conventional treatments like prescriptions and lab tests. holistic therapies like nutrition and acupuncture. So they're mixing things together to give you the best results. Functional medicine. It is often used by MDs and DOs. Does anybody know what a DO is? I had to look that up.
Doctor of Osteopathy.
Look at you.
I'm in medicine, so.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I put it down there. I'm like, someone's going to ask, so I might as well have it. This implies a focus on identifying the root cause of a chronic symptom through comprehensive testing and lifestyle changes rather than just treating the symptom. So this is someone getting in there and being like, okay, well, you have a rash, but let's figure out what you're allergic to. Board certified. Let's see how your board acronyms are.
Test today.
I'm not a doctor. So.
IFMCP.
International. I don't know.
Of Family Medicine and Primary Care. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. ABHIM.
Academy American
Of Integrative Health and Medicine.
Okay.
Yep. And BCIM. There were two for this. I don't know which one the article referred to, so I just put them both down. Y'all can look it up for yourselves. It is Board of Certified Internal Medicine or Bucks County Center for Integrative Medicine. So it could be either one of those. They both use that acronym. Look for practitioners who have completed rigorous accredited medical training in addition to their holistic training. Like Jody gave you all her little things and where she's going with it last week. Third-party testing. This is going to be probably the easiest thing for any one of us to see on a bottle that you're picking up of over-the-counter stuff. Practitioners recommend herbs, vitamins, and supplements. Check that if the product features this term or a USP verified mark. USP. That will give you that it's had some sort of testing, and then there should be a paper trail of who's done the testing and what results they came up with. And of course, the last one is evidence-based. This is legitimate practitioners rely on peer-reviewed science and verifiable studies to support the treatment, acknowledge both benefits and limits of the therapy. So they're going to give you the pros and cons and say, it can do this, but you might be one of the people that it reacts badly with. Let's go ahead and pull out your first recipe, which should be the elderberry. This is where I'm going to go through, and I think I wrote the ingredients down in order. So this is where I'm going to go through each ingredient to give you a general rundown of why it is in this recipe and what it can do for you. Don't feel like you have to take notes on all this. If you guys want a copy of the actual versus, because this ended up being 20 pages.
Oh my God.
Because there's 15 ingredients, and I wanted to make sure I had a well-rounded information for you on what they offer. So if you do want a copy of it, I think I can send it to each one of your Facebook inboxes. All right, elderberry syrup. Popular natural remedy for supporting the immune system, especially during cold and flu season. This is a simple DIY recipe. It's dried elderberries with immune-boosting spices, raw honey to create a delicious antiviral syrup. Benefits of elderberry. Here's where you can take notes if you want to, but you do not have to. I can send it to you. You boost your immune system, fight and protect against bacterial infections, fight and protect against viral infections, reduce the symptoms and duration of cold and flu, helps clear sinus infection, has natural diuretic effects and promotes bowel movement, anti-inflammatory properties, anti-carcinogenic properties, eases symptoms of allergies, high in antioxidants, high in vitamin A, which makes it great for your skin. Does everybody know what vitamin A is the precursor for? Retinol. Mm-hmm. So the more don't overdo it, but the more vitamin A you are, if your level is good, you should have some good skin floating around up in there. In this recipe, it is elderberry, ginger, cinnamon, clove, and honey. That should be all on your handout there. The dosage I found was 1 tablespoon daily. Children over a year, 1 teaspoon daily. If you feel a cold coming on, the dose can be repeated 3 to 4 times a day. Do not give honey to infants. For a complete guide on safety and customizing your syrup, University of Maine Cooperative Extension. University of Maine Cooperative Extension. And then this recipe came from the Happy Healthy Mama website. Elderberry itself. In its current context, there are more pathogens. Healthy eating and supplementation with natural products plays an increasing role in our healthy body. European black elder can provide us with raw materials, elderberries, which have been known for thousands of years of having nutritional and healing properties. I listed all of the major things. Here's a few more. Obesity, metabolic dysfunction, polyphenols and lectins give the elderberry fruits the ability to inhibit corona. Will it work for everybody? No, nothing will work for everybody. Could it work for you? Possibly, if you catch it early enough. But at the same time, if you do get it, it could shorten the symptoms as well as the duration. Some studies have used it for COVID, cold sores, H. pylori, HIV, anti-tumor for cancer, metabolic dysfunction, reducing liver inflammation, improvement of HDL, and it may also delay Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. Avoid use with immunosuppressants, diabetes meds, and blood pressure meds, because what it will do for I know this specifically on the diabetes and the blood pressure meds, it's going to make them work 10 times better than if they were on their own. So then you're going to be up here somewhere versus stabilizing down here. Even though it's an immune booster, it is also a diabetic booster as well. So my dad, who was on metformin, if he took any elderberry, anything, say if it was in a cough drop or something like that, that's not enough to do it. But if you deliberate your dosage, that's when it's going to interact, I believe. This information that I just read you came from NIH, National Institute for Health. It is also, it was on the PubMed version of where they post stuff. So that was number one. Number one was elderberry. Number two on your recipe is ginger. This is a root. It's rich in gingerol, which is a bioactive compound. It's an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. It's good for nausea, improving digestion, and reducing various types of pain. For the nausea, highly effective for calming an upset stomach, morning sickness, motion sickness, and chemo-induced nausea. It's a digestive aid. It promotes gastric mobility, which helps your food move through your GI tract faster, which is part of the gut health that you were asking about earlier. It can ease indigestion and bloating. Remember, not every one of these things is going to do the same for each person. So there's others on here that help with some of these same things. Pain reduction acts as a natural painkiller. While it can help alleviate muscle soreness, arthritis, stiffness, and menstrual cramps. Metabolic health may assist in lowering blood sugar levels, improving cholesterol, and reducing triglycerides and LDL. Immune support, packed with antimicrobial properties that help your body fight infections. Do you guys want to hear, or will you read it later, the stay away from warnings? You'll read it later? Read the warnings later? Okay, all right. Cinnamon is number 3. Cinnamon is packed with antioxidants like cinnamaldehyde, which offers powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Regularly consuming a half to 1.5 teaspoons daily is linked to improved blood sugar. So already you can tell if you are on a blood sugar medication, you would not be dosing yourself with cinnamon because it's going to do the same thing that your blood sugar medication would be doing. Lowers bad cholesterol and reduces triglycerides. Top benefits for the sugar regulation: improves insulin sensitivity, slows the breakdown of your carbs in your digestive tract, which helps prevent post-meal glucose spikes. It's highly beneficial for managing metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes. There are some people that aren't quite in the medication required zone yet, and their doctors may choose to say, okay, let's do cinnamon tea or something like that and see if we can't do this. Heart health studies linked to cinnamon reduce total cholesterol of the LDL, triglycerides, while potentially lowering blood pressure. Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory action is from the polyphenols in the cinnamon, which fight free radicals, reduce systematic inflammation, and help the body protect itself against chronic age-related diseases. Brain health. Neuroprotective compounds in the cinnamon reduce oxidative stress in the brain and are actively researched for their potential in delaying neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Antimicrobial effects. Cinnamon essential oils exhibit natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, which can help combat common pathogens and promote oral hygiene, reducing bad breath and tooth decay. The one thing I am going to mention, does anybody know what the two types of cinnamon are that we have access to on a regular basis?
Yes, because I use the type that I buy special because it's at the store.
Cassia and Ceylon, or Ceylon, however you want to say it.
Ceylon, yeah.
Cassia is Cassia. That is the most common one. That's the one that you're going to find on the spice section usually. The Ceylon cinnamon will also be in the spice section, but you actually have to look for it. It has to be labeled differently. Cinnamon in general, intake in too much excess can be a toxin. Cassia is the one that will toxify the quicker. The Ceylon cinnamon, you can take more of it without it being an issue. Number 4 on your list was clove. This is a flower packed with antioxidants, especially eugenol, magnesium, and vitamins. They offer powerful anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and pain-relieving properties that uniquely benefit oral health, digestion, and blood sugar control. Have you ever tried to put clove on a toothache?
No, but I've heard of it.
Okay.
Heard of it, yeah.
It's usually a clove oil that is food grade. That's the other thing. If you get any tinctures or anything like that, make sure they're all food grade. People will pick up the essential oils and they're getting them for $5 at Walmart. No, those go in your infuser. Don't be eating those. Please don't be eating those. You can put them on your skin. I've put them in lotions and soaps and stuff like that. But please do not ingest if it does not say food grade. What it will do is, say you put a clove, an unsmashed clove against your gum, you'll find it goes numb almost immediately. I did not do that on purpose. I made a clove tea and my whole mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I'm like, all right, I guess that actually works. The oral health, then there's the digestive aid. That's why I was drinking it, because I had just had a heavy meal. Stimulates secretion of digestive enzymes and relaxes the lining of your gastrointestinal tract, which reduces gas, bloating, and nausea. Antioxidants. Cloves score high on the antioxidant scale. They help neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress, which protects cells and lowers the risk of chronic disease. Blood sugar regulation. Are you catching a theme on these spicy spices and their blood pressure and blood sugar regulation? Preliminary studies suggest that compounds in cloves can improve insulin sensitivity and support the body in regulating blood glucose levels. Liver health. Animal and lab research indicate that the antioxidant eugenol helps protect the liver and may reduce markers of liver injury. I don't know that means fatty liver, or just, if you get in an accident, you actually bruise your liver if it means an actual injury. Did not say. Number 5, honey. Everybody knows about honey. They do have medical grade honey that you can put on wounds. I do not know that I would, if you're growing your own honey, I would say it's probably fairly safe, because I know a lot of people grow their own honey, but I wouldn't know. I'm not a doctor. Honey is a natural sweetener packed with antioxidants. It soothes sore throats, acts as an effective nighttime cough suppressant, and when applied topically, promotes wound and burn healing through its natural antibacterial properties. For the cough and cold, medical organizations recognize honey as an effective natural way to suppress coughing and soothe irritation, particularly in children of over the age of 1. Wound healing. Medical grade honey helps heal minor burns and skin abrasions by lowering inflammation and fighting bacteria. Antioxidant properties. Honey contains flavonoids, phenolic acids, which help protect your cells from oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. Digestive support. It can act as a prebiotic, feeding your gut bacteria.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the whole syrup thing is every single one of them.
It's got good stuff in it, and people don't think of looking in their spice cabinet as medicine. Everybody's got to do their own research. Everybody's got to do what feels good to them, but it doesn't even say. So you've seen the repetition in some of these ingredients. If you're short an ingredient, it probably isn't going to affect the syrup from not doing most of its job. That should have been all the ingredients in the first recipe. Fire cider.
Wait, can I ask, where do you buy elderberries?
I was gonna say.
She was supposed to send me that, but my guess is that Atlantic Spice Company, and then I believe Natura actually has a dry section where they probably have elderberry there as well. The person that printed the paperwork for you guys today, she believes she normally gets it on Amazon, but she's been getting it from the same place since she started. I will get that. She was supposed to text that to me, but obviously she forgot.
There is some in the wild. It's just gotta know what to look for.
Yeah,
But
that just.
You can grow them yourself.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, that's what I
and
was just
they were
thinking.
everywhere, but it's like mushrooms, I don't.
Don't know what you're
Yeah.
picking?
No, I'm not.
Unless it's a blueberry or a blackberry, we're not really sure what we're doing.
Yeah.
We need you eating some poisonous berry that
No,
only
no.
bears are supposed
You
to
trying
drink.
to feel better.
Yeah. Homemade fire cider. Fire cider gets its benefits from medicinal herbs, roots, and plants. They're infused into raw apple cider vinegar. Does everybody know what the word raw means for apple cider vinegar? It is the cider with the mother in it, so it's got the cloudy, floaty stuff at the bottom of the bottle. Bragg's is the most well-known, but there are other brands out there, Braggs, and you can find it at the grocery store, you can find it at Walmart, Target, everybody sells it. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't sell it. Balanced with raw honey for a sweet, fiery finish. Just a spoonful or 2 a day can be a simple way to support your immune system. The person that gave me this recipe that's been using it, she takes a shot of it. I'm sure her taste buds are very much used to the spicy of what she is inhaling, because there's jalapeños in this recipe.
ooh.
If you're not a spicy person, you might want to just do the spoonful.
My husband will love this.
Start there. Well, there you go. It supports immune system and overall wellness, especially during cold and flu season. To learn more about this magic tonic, it is Good Food Baddie, BADDIE.com is one of them. But if you look at the very bottom, there is a website at the very bottom of your page as well. It's just very light. So that is what you've got. I found mine originally off that Good Food Baddie one. Starting with number 6, which was raw apple cider vinegar. Unfiltered apple cider vinegar contains a murky web of proteins, enzymes, and friendly bacteria known as the mother. It's highly prized in natural wellness for supporting blood sugar, aiding in modest weight loss, and increasing satiety, as well as acting as a mild antimicrobial agent. For the blood sugar, It's the acetic acid that slows down digestion and may improve insulin sensitivity. It reduces post-meal glucose spikes. So even if you take it after your meal, like right after your meal, it should help keep everything from skyrocketing. The suggestion that I have heard by people who do the apple cider vinegar just by itself is to take it like 15 minutes before you eat to help keep those spikes from happening. Healthline Review outlines how it will help manage glycemic status, though it should not replace diabetic medications. Weight management. Apple cider vinegar can increase the feeling of fullness, potentially lowering your overall calorie intake. The BBC Good Food Guide notes that while effects can be modest, it has been linked to reduction in body weight and visceral fat. Again, works for some people, not everybody. Gut health. Unpasteurized apple cider vinegar acts as a source of a probiotic, according to GoodRx. These good bacteria support a balanced gut microbiome, which can improve digestion and immunity. I want to say here, remember, for your gut health, it is a variety. You're not ever just going to take one thing. It is a variety of what you're eating that is going to affect negatively or positively your gut health. Number 7, onions. Onions are a nutrient-dense powerhouse that provide immune, digestive, and heart health support. They are low in calories, but rich in essential nutrients, including vitamin C, potassium, and beneficial compounds like quercetin. Quercetin is also something that was put in one of the homemade cocktails to fight COVID as well. Blueberries, I believe, have a lot of quercetin in them as well. Benefits. So the heart protection on onions contain organic sulfur compounds and antioxidants that help to lower your blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and decrease the risk of heart disease itself. Blood sugar control. Regular consumption of raw onions may help regulate blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity. Most of these things we've talked about, that's what they're saying. It's going to improve the sensitivity of your insulin. Digestive health. Good source of prebiotic fiber, which fuels healthy gut bacteria to enhance nutrient absorption and digestion. Immune support. Vitamin C and quercetin help reduce inflammation and counteract oxidative stress. Bone health, something we haven't mentioned yet. Antioxidants in onions may help reduce bone loss and increase bone mineral density. I don't know how much you'd have to consume for that to be a thing. And then cancer prevention. Studies suggest that a diet rich in allium vegetables, like onions, is linked to reduced risk of cancer, such as stomach and colon. Number 8, horseradish. I looked this up a while ago because we have a family recipe, a very old, gross family recipe that very few people will ever even try because it's got cottage cheese, mayonnaise, and horseradish and walnuts and pineapple all together.
Yeah, actually,
Is it
sounds
like
kind of good.
pistachio?
It's pistachio colored.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we grew up on it. When my mom was sick, that was the only thing she would eat.
Wow. With horseradish. I mean, I love horseradish.
And so I looked up horseradish to see what the benefits were, and I was like, all right, horseradish it is.
Those are
Nutrient
sciences.
dense, low calorie, cruciferous root, packed with vitamin C and antioxidants. Its active compound is sinigrin and allyl isothiocyanate. This is a potent antibacterial property that may help clear respiratory issues, fight fungal infections, and reduce inflammation, making it a powerful dietary addition. Here's the benefits in detail. Immune support and respiratory health. Pungent mustard oils act as a natural decongestant, traditionally used to help clear sinuses and bronchitis. I want to say people used to put them in packs, if that makes sense to those people who have used packs before. Antioxidant properties. It contains bioactive compounds like flavonoids, which help neutralize cell damage, free radicals, and combat chronic inflammation. Antimicrobial effects. When crushed, horseradish releases the isothiocyanates, which may destroy bacteria associated with food poisoning, stomach ulcers, and urinary tract. Nutritional value. 1 tablespoon provides a burst of vitamin C, folate, and essential minerals like potassium and calcium. Number 9, garlic. Garlic is in the same category as onion, if you did not know. So the garlic and the onion, what I've read is mixed on whether or not you should consume it raw or cooked. If you have to cook it, put it in at the end so you're not destroying everything. I don't believe it destroys the minerals or vitamins. I believe it just lessens the antimicrobial, bacterial, I think it lessens those things. Garlic is highly nutritious, low in calories. When crushed or chopped, its active sulfur compounds, allicin, provide potent health-boosting properties. It is most famously known for supporting cardiovascular health by lowering blood pressure, improving cholesterol levels, and regulating blood sugar. Immune support. Garlic has natural antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal properties. Regular consumption of supplements can reduce the severity and duration of the common cold and flu. There was a gentleman who used to own the gas station in Brookline, Corey's gas station, if anybody's been around here long enough. He would take a tablespoon of that and go to work. Just a tablespoon of raw garlic. He smelled nothing. We did not want to stay next to him. Unfortunately, he was a family friend, so he didn't really have much of a choice. Heart and blood health. Active compounds help relax blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and reduce cholesterol, bad cholesterol. It's a mild blood thinning property that prevents blood clots as well. So if you are on an anticoagulant, stay away from a lot of garlic. Again, the measurements are not in here as to what would set a medication off. You would have to do that research on your own or talk to your pharmacist if they're into compounding or anything like that. A lot of times they'll actually have that information for you. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory effects. Garlic contain antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, potentially lowering the risk of chronic diseases and inflammation. And here we are with gut health again. It acts as a prebiotic, feeding the beneficial gut bacteria in your gut microbiome. Number 10, jalapeños. Low in calories, nutrient-dense pepper packed with vitamin A and C, so 2 antioxidants, potassium and fiber. The signature compound capsaicin boosts your metabolism, reduces inflammation, and acts as an antioxidant. The capsaicin is in a lot of the arthritis and pain reliever rubs. They may also support heart health and help regulate blood sugar. On metabolism and weight management, capsaicin slightly boosts your metabolism, helps burn fat, and can naturally reduce appetite when eaten regularly. Immune and skin health. A single jalapeno provides a substantial dose of vitamin C and A, which promote healthy skin and ward off infections and support eye health. I told you earlier, vitamin A is the precursor to retinol. Vitamin C is the precursor to collagen. 2 things that build your skin back up again. Pain relief. While eating peppers won't fix a muscle ache, topical creams containing capsaicin are proven to relieve pain for arthritis, sore muscles, and nerve issues. Heart support. Capsaicin and antioxidants help reduce inflammation, lower oxidative stress, and may help manage blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Digestion. There's a warning to this too. If you eat too much of it, it's going to do the opposite. Capsaicin and fiber in jalapenos support a healthy gut by balancing stomach bacteria and promoting healthy digestive processes. Number 11, rosemary. Rosemary is a potent Mediterranean herb, rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds like rosmarinic acid and carnosinic acid. It supports memory, boosts mood, reduces stress, stimulates hair growth. Additionally, it aids in digestion and supports immune system. Cognitive function. Research actually suggests that the aroma, just the smell of rosemary, can help inhibit the breakdown of acetylcholine in the brain, potentially boosting focus, memory speed, and concentration. We all need to be popping a lot of that.
Mhm.
Hair growth. This one is going to get you. Diluted rosemary oil topically has shown promising and promoting scalp circulation and hair growth, with some studies finding it is comparable to the over-counter minoxidil for men. I will tell you though, I've been using rosemary for years for that. I don't get the effect from it. Have I seen other people show their results? Absolutely. I'm like, I'm a little jealous of that.
It smells good.
It does. Stress and mood. Inhaling the essential oil or consuming its extract can help lower your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, thereby reducing anxiety and promoting mental energy. Pain relief. Used topically, rosemary oil has mild analgesic property that can help soothe sore muscles and joint pain. Antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. The phytochemicals neutralize harmful free radicals, which can help protect against chronic disease like diabetes, heart disease, and support liver function. It can be used in culinary, as we cook with it, aromatherapy, and topical. It can be used in a tea, and you can steep it and just drink it as a tea as well. Thyme, number 12. Another herb. It's got vitamins A, C, and K, and manganese. Its active compound, thiamol, and carvacrol, provide potent antibacterial, antifungal, and antioxidant effects. These properties make it highly effective for supporting immune health, soothing respiratory issues, and aiding in digestion. For immune and respiratory, it acts as a natural expectorant, so it's going to make you cough up all of that mucus. Antiseptic, making it popular for remedies of chest congestion, bronchitis, and sore throats. On the antibacterial and antimicrobial, the thiamol, one of the primary oils in thyme, combats common foodborne bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli. For the antioxidant, high levels of flavonoids and phenolic acids help neutralize free radicals, reducing oxidative stress and lowering inflammation in the body. Digestive health. Traditionally, it's used to relieve gas, bloating, and intestinal cramps. It acts as a gentle antispasmodic for your stomach. Mood booster. Animal studies suggest that carvacrol, an active substance in thyme, may positively regulate mood-boosting neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. So if you are on any type of mood enhancement, do not take teaspoons of thyme. Number 13, oregano is an herb again, full of antioxidants. It's got the carvacrol in it as well as the thymol, so the rosemary, the thyme before it. Essential nutrients like vitamin K and iron in this one. It offers antimicrobial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory that'll help fight off infections, support gut health, and reduce chronic inflammation. Specifically on this one, when I was looking it up, they list the benefits and then they put after it, this is benefits with research already given. For bacteria and viruses, oregano contains phenols such as carvacrol that studies show can stop the growth of various harmful bacteria and inhibit certain viral infections in lab settings. High in antioxidants, help enrich with free radicals fighting compounds that protect cells from oxidative stress and may lower the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease. Reducing inflammation. Compounds in oregano oil and dried leaves have been shown in labs and animal studies to alleviate inflammation, potentially aid in issues like arthritis and colon inflammation. Improves gut health. Oregano tea is an antispasmodic that can help relax the digestive tract, ease bloating, and stimulate the digestive juices needed to break down food. Number 14, sage. Herb, packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and antimicrobial properties. It is well regarded to boost brain function, ease menopause and hot flashes, reduce cholesterol levels, and promote oral health. For boosting cognitive health, sage extracts have been studied for their ability to improve memory, attention span, and overall focus. It shows promise in supporting individuals who've actually got Alzheimer's. Relieves menopause symptoms. Compounds that mimic estrogen take a daily supplement that have been shown to significantly reduce the frequency and intensity of hot flashes and night sweats. Improves oral health. Thanks to the strong antimicrobial effects, gargling with sage or using sage-based mouthwash can kill cavity-causing bacteria like strep and reduce dental plaques. Supports heart health. Drinking sage may help lower total cholesterol, like bad LDL, and boost good cholesterol, your HDL. Rich in antioxidants, sage is packed with over 160 distinct polyphenols and vitamins like vitamin K, providing an excellent anti-inflammatory and cellular protection benefits. Aids in digestion, traditionally used to soothe bloating and indigestion. Sage tea or culinary sage can help settle an upset stomach and relax hyperactivity in the gut. Last one, turmeric. The active compound is curcumin. It's potential antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. It is widely used as to naturally alleviate joint pain, support heart health, manage blood sugar levels. Because curcumin has low bioavailability, it is best to be consumed with black pepper alongside healthy fats. Again, this one was listed benefits with research. Pain and inflammation. Curcumin is highly effective at reducing joint inflammation and has been shown to relieve osteoarthritis pain similarly to NSAIDs, but with fewer side effects. So if you have any gut issues or medications, sometimes they can push you over to the turmeric versus taking any of the NSAIDs. Heart support promotes cardiovascular health by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, which helps protect blood vessels and regulate cholesterol levels. Blood sugar management. Curcumin can help lower fasting blood glucose and insulin resistance, may aid in diabetic prevention and for pre-diabetic individuals. Brain health. Antioxidant properties protect the brain and promote neurogenesis. Some studies indicate that it can help ease depression by boosting chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Digestive aid. Turmeric is often used to soothe stomach irritation, reduce bloating, and assist in the management of gastrointestinal disorders like IBS. With the turmeric, again, because it is so fibrous, you take too much of it, you may cause some of those symptoms that you're trying to avoid. Turmeric specifically cannot be used in conjunction with chemotherapy. It will slow the effects of the targeting, supposedly, and then it probably cannot be used with diabetes medications, because again, it would make it too potent. In all of the research, some of the places that listed some of this: Johns Hopkins, Mercy Health, Healthline, Cleveland Clinic, WebMD, NIH, Medicine Net. This one's Anadolu Medical Clinic. I hadn't heard of that one before. Dr. Axe, Oak Spring Farm, BuzzRx, Good Food, GoodRx, U Chicago Medicine, and Gardenia Net. Those are some of the sources that listed all of the information that I just shared with you guys. Do you have any questions that we can try to break down? It was a lot of information.
So this would be a daily?
Either or. The person that we know that does it, she takes the fire cider daily during winter, and the kids get the elderberry syrup during winter, or flu season or cold season or whatever. If you see something coming on, you would take it just like what is it, emergency, and what's the other one that other people take?
Oh,
Airborne.
yeah, airborne.
Because they tell you, as soon as you get that first sniffle or that first ache or that first whatever, you start loading with that stuff. My guess is it's the same thing. you're trying to head it off at the pass.
Mhm.
I don't get sick that often, but doesn't mean that it wouldn't be beneficial if there's a potentially terrible cold season or flu season, or you've got people who are licking the doorknobs that you're having to use.
Yeah.
There are some doorknob lickers out there, you know there are.
There's some
God.
grimy
Toddlers.
kids that come through here.
I call kids
Oh.
I call kids carrier monkeys
Oh,
because
yeah.
they just they're covered. It doesn't matter. They're just covered.
My mom used to drive bus, and I swear, every time the kids got sick, she got sick, and then she got the whole rest of the house sick.
Yeah.
Bad.
So, like I said, I can forward this information to everybody if they want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 20 pages worth of, yes, as you saw my words stumbling, because the words start blurring together. But I've got it numbered so you can actually go to whatever specific ingredient you're looking for. Is anybody going to actually try it?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm,
Which one are you going to
More
try?
likely the elderberry.
No,
The elderberry.
But
It sounds sweeter.
yeah,
think
I
it is
think-
sweeter.
Yeah, I'm not thinking horseradish.
You don't like horseradish?
No.
Okay.
Or garlic or onions.
I like all of this stuff.
But
except
it'll keep the
alfalfa.
vampires away.
It will. But do you think that this elderberry syrup can be a daily thing to take, or just
I did. I didn't take it during cold and flu. Someone bought me some back in Washington.
and you just took
I
it
just
off?
took it. Yeah, I just took it.
So I mean, it isn't going to hurt you to do that.
I don't believe so because if you're just taking a dose, the amount that you're putting into the recipe, break that down by however many doses you're going to
Yeah,
get out of
because
it.
this is
It's a minuscule amount. It's no different than if you put
Right.
cinnamon on your oatmeal every
'Cause
morning and
this
you
is-
eat oatmeal every day for breakfast, right?
3 cups of water.
It's going to be very diluted.
Oh, it says
Yep.
the liquid is reduced to half.
Yep.
I see the calorie count is the entire container.
What is it? What's the calorie count on that?
1,113.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's your
that's-
entire dose. It's your entire batch.
Okay.
It is not a per teaspoon. It is your entire batch.
Darn, that would have helped me with my calories.
You see her over there plugging this before she goes out for the next day. All right, I'm up on my calories. I'm good. Did anybody actually know most of what was listed? Was most of this new as to what you actually find in your herbs and spices?
Yeah, I didn't know what each individual item.
You just knew they were good for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of interesting when you start to break it down and you actually get to see what the studies are that people have used these things for.
It is. And I keep thinking if the white man hadn't taken over America, how we would have benefited with this information from Native Americans, you know?
If they used it, because, well, where is cinnamon grown? Where are cloves grown? You know, we would have to be where the stuff is grown. But if you look at like Chinese medicine or Middle Eastern medicine, they have been using all of this stuff for years. But even look at like my aunt from Italy. When the kids were little, if they had a cold, it was a shot of wine and throw them in a hot bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, my mom who was the most beaver cleaver, you know, but when I got a cold and a sore throat, I would get whiskey and honey.
Yeah.
That's a hot toddy, right?
Yeah, the hot
Like
toddy.
Yeah.
Just a
That's
small
what-
amount.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, just.
Now we make the joke she was just trying to put you to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
Shut you up and put you to sleep so she didn't have to hear you crying about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it kills what's floating around back there. Hot Damn 100. Does anybody remember Hot Damn 100?
Sounds familiar.
That will burn. It's a cinnamon schnapps type
Oh,
thing. It
yeah.
will burn what's in the back of your throat right out. I didn't know that. I took one sip of it when I was sick and it was nothing left.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one that I've actually used is red curry.
Mm.
If you get a good dose of red curry, that will burn. I mean, everything drained right out of my nose while I was eating the soup. Wow. And then the next day I was like, wow, everything's gone. I mean, I got up, I'm like, there's nothing left up in there. So it was nice. if you can handle curry.
Right.
I like curries.
I think when I was sick with COVID in 21, I had, for some reason, I was craving mushrooms and dill.
That's a very odd combination.
And I would also take some crushed garlic and put it, saute the mushrooms in it
Mm-hmm.
and put it in cheesy, not grits, but polenta.
Okay.
But I was putting dill in everything except for ice cream.
Was that the only thing you could taste? Could you taste the dill? Is that why you wanted it?
I don't know what it was. I think it was the, well, I could start tasting by then, like my sense of smell started coming back by then, but it was weird because it would come and go.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it would come back and then I could smell somebody's BO like a mile down the road.
Everybody said that. It was the bad odors that came back. It was not the good odors that came back.
I seriously
not the
could
first
smell
person
this
to say
guy all
that.
the way down the
Yep.
hall. And I
You're
was
not
like,
the first person to say that. Yep, I've heard that. So, any other questions? It was a lot of information.
That was.
But I've been reading on this stuff for years, so there was very, very little that I came across that I didn't recognize. But like everybody else, there's so much of it. I like to write it down so I can just go back and say, what was it that this actually did again?
I mean, it's probably better to get most of these ingredients from like a local store, like you were saying, or the Atlantic Spice instead of like
You
the grocery
can.
store.
You can, if you can only afford the grocery store, isn't something better than nothing.
Mm.
That spice company, my guess is they're going to sell it in bulk. So, are you going to consume a cup of cinnamon before it starts to lose its potency?
Mm.
That would be my thought on the whole thing, because you can get a little tiny shaker at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You get a regular shaker at the grocery store, but most of these spice companies, they sell it by weight. I don't know if Natura does that or not. Their jars are open jars, so I think they go in and take out what you're asking for. They may do it specifically by, I need half a cup of this, or whatever, if you walk in and ask them for that. I haven't bought anything in bulk from their section. Some spices have, I'll call them fillers. I don't know specifically what's in there. Do your research, because we're all used to McCormick, but at the same time, there are other spice companies out there that are going to be more organic than that.
So there's one in Wisconsin. I used to live in Illinois.
Okay.
It's called Penzies, P-E-N-Z.
We get them.
Penzies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're an excellent spice company.
Organic.
Yes.
And that's the other thing. When you're looking at the back of your things, does it just say one ingredient?
Mm.
Like the allulose that we talked about, the one that I get just says allulose on the back. Some people are thinking they're getting the allulose, and it's allulose with erythritol in it, which is a toxin. So, but
I have heard that local honey is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like wherever you live
Mhm.
is
Benefits for
is more,
allergies and so forth.
yeah.
because you're actually working with the pollen that's in your
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people will tell you that.
And we do have a honey guy.
Yeah.
Do we have a honey guy?
Rob,
Yeah, Rob Doyle, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Or
all right.
Dan,
Okay.
well, Townsend and
Yep.
Hurricane Hill.
Yep. I think I saw a bee sign somewhere.
Yep. And also a woman that had commented, but she hasn't come, left me, but anyways, someone who said that they were interested in coming, and she does honey as well.
Okay. Okay.
She's in Greenville. If you went to Piccadilly, from Greenville Road up where the view is, and you go to the intersection where you take a right to go to Piccadilly Place, her house is just after that. It's a big yellow house up on the hill, and she does honey.
She got the one with the milk
She-
jugs in front of her yard.
I don't know, but it's Her last name is Guay,
Okay.
Guay, and I know she
does honey too.
does honey, but she also messaged you about being
Okay.
interested
I
in
remember
this.
the name. Yeah.
And I think that she sells hers at the Milford Farmers Market, which is on Saturday mornings
Okay.
in Milford at
Yep.
Blue Seal.
You might also, she's talking about the farmer's market. That's where my friend bought my elderberry syrup, because some people actually make it in bulk and can sell it.
Yeah.
Again, research who you're buying it from if you are going to let someone else make it. This person had been doing it for a while. She had all her business information and all her licenses and everything on her business card. So I was like, all right. And it was yummy. It was like you could have dumped it on ice cream or pancakes. It was really good.